Alvar Embedamanar Jiyar Thirudigade Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudigade Sharanam. There was a question about Parampada Vasal, vaikuNta dhvAram opening. First, the question was, people say it is svarga Vasal, svarga dhvAram, that is gates of heaven. Is that correct? Or is it Parampada Vasal, vaikuNta dhvAram, the gates of Sri Vaikuntham? Which usage is correct for this particular incident, for this particular festival, whether it is Parampada Vasal or Swarga Vasal? And then the next question is, what is the essence of this particular Vaibhavam, for this particular Utsavam? So let us see the answer for this. First of all, for Sri Vaishnavas, this Paramapada Vasal opening is a very special occasion, and this vaikuNta dhvAram is present only in Sri Vaishnava Divadeshams and Sri Vaishnava temples. This is not seen in other temples, because this is a specific practice associated with Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam. From the vaikuNta Ekadashi, for 10 days, this vaikuNta dhvAram is opened in Sri Vaishnava temples. Bhagavan will remain inside and he will give his darshan to Nammalvar, who is outside. And in some cases, other alvars also, in some Divideshams, other alvars are also present. So Bhagavan is present inside Vaikuntham. The gate opens and he gives darshan to Nammalvar, and then he comes out of that and he goes on a small purapadu along with Nammalvar inside the temple, or in some cases outside the temple, and then Bhagavan returns to his usual asthanam, his place. This is the incident which happens. This is the Utsavam which is celebrated for 10 days in Sri Vaishnava temples. For common people, this place, this gate may be said as Swarga Vasal, Swarga dhvAram, because they think that it is just a higher abode, heaven. But really, in Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam, Bhagavan is present eternally in Sri Vaikuntham, where he is enjoyed by Nityasuris and Muktatmas, those who are eternally present with Bhagavan and those who are liberated. And here in this Leela Vibhuti, in Samsara, there are many Atmas, countless Atmas, who are suffering. They are just going through their bodily understanding and bodily routines. They seek food for comfortable living, wealthy life, and so on. This is what the people of this world are focused on. But Bhagavan is common for all the Atmas, and all the Atmas are having the right to go to Vaikuntham and enjoy Bhagavan. But they are missing out on that. So Bhagavan, being very merciful and Bhagavan desiring to give this opportunity to all the Atmas here, he takes a lot of efforts to come to Samsara. From Vaikuntham, he comes to Samsara. He accepts divine forms. He manifests his divine qualities, attracts the Jivatmas towards him, and finally accepts those Jivatmas who turn towards him. This particular concept is demonstrated in this vaikuNta dhvAram opening. So this is not to be said as Swarga dhvAram by Sri Vaishnavas. Common people may say like that, but for Sri Vaishnavas, this is a very divine incident where Bhagavan attracts the Jivatma by descending from Vaikuntham to this samsara and manifesting his divine form, his qualities, and finally, by his great pursuit, convinces the Jivatma and takes him to Vaikuntham. So this particular incident must be identified as vaikuNta dhvAram opening only, not Swarga dhvAram. Now, the essence of this particular incident, where Bhagavan comes the vaikuNta Dwar opens, Nammalvar is waiting along with other Alvars in some cases, in some dhvArams and other Acharyas. All of these demonstrate how Bhagavan helps an individual Atma to finally reach Bhagavan. Bhagavan being very merciful, he takes different forms and he comes to samsara and takes different forms and he shows his beauty, shows his divine qualities and attracts the Jivatma. Why should Bhagavan do it? Because Bhagavan is the rightful owner of all Atmas. Imagine this cell phone. I am the owner of this phone. I have to take possession of it whenever I desire. Similarly, Bhagavan is the owner of all Atmas. So he can easily take possession of all the Atmas. Now, only difference is this cell phone is insentient. It doesn't have knowledge. So it doesn't appreciate my taking that possession of the cell phone. But Atma, being sentient being, Atma can respond to Bhagavan and show his reverence and devotion as well. So here, Bhagavan coming to Jivatma and taking Jivatma to him is the most apt thing, because as an owner has to take the owned more than owned person going towards the owner. So this concept is known as Paragata Svikara. Bhagavan coming and taking the Atma, pursuing the Atma and trying to convince the Atma, that is called as Paragata Svikara. Now when Bhagavan comes and does this, if the Atma accepts Bhagavan's pursuit, then Atma gets liberated. If the Atma doesn't recognize that, doesn't want to go to Paramatma, then Atma suffers in this samsara eternally, continuously. So this is the concept. If Atma pursues Bhagavan, then that is known as Svagata Svikara. It is good, but it is not as good as Bhagavan, the owner, coming and taking the Atma. It is much apt, much more apt and much easier to happen. So this concept of Paragata Svikaram is explained in this Utsavam. So daily for 10 days, Bhagavan comes and tries to convince Alvar. Now Alvar is very blessed by Bhagavan. He has realized everything and he wants to reach Bhagavan as well. Still, this particular incident is demonstrating how long it takes for Bhagavan to convince the Jivatma to come to him. Because Jivatma has vasana and ruchi towards worldly things, that is impressions, past impressions, and taste towards this worldly things. So to break that and to bring Atma, Bhagavan puts so much effort, and that is what is shown in this particular festival for 10 days. Finally, on the 10th day, Alvar goes and surrenders to Bhagavan and becomes a resident of Sri Vaikuntham eventually and eternally serves Bhagavan. So this particular concept is manifested, is demonstrated in this vaikuNta Dwar opening for 10 days after starting with vaikuNta Ekadashi. Another question in this matter, many people think that we should cross that Paramapada Dwaram, vaikuNta Dwaram. We should step on the stepping stone there and so on. The whole purpose of this vaikuNta Dwaram is to give darshan to Nammalvar. So we should just observe, have that darshan, enjoy how Alvar and Bhagavan interact in that situation and be blessed by that. It is not our goal to cross that vaikuNta Dwaram, not to step on it and so on. Alvar Emberumanar Jiyar Thirudigalai Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudigalai Sharanam.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.